we're going to do a dynamic posture assessment. So what this does, it normally confirms or dismisses any observations we made in the static assessment. Because everything seemed fine, this should go okay. What we're also going to do is pick up any abnormal movement. So if your squats aren't correct, if you're doing a couple of things wrong, we'll stop that now. We can reteach you the movement so you don't injure yourself and cause tight muscles. Okay, so we're going to be doing 2 exercises today. We're going to be doing the overhead squat, which I'll explain first. I'll demonstrate it to you, but a couple of things that I'm looking for is obviously you're going to have this bar above your head. What we're aiming here is we want to make sure that the bar remains in the upright movement. Okay, so I'm going to show you the squat. So we're going to make sure that feet are hip width apart. We're going to put the bar above our head, and when we're squatting down, I just want to make sure that the bar isn't coming forward or coming backwards, okay? So what you're going to do, Jody, is obviously press your bum back, squat down, knees not coming too far over toes, just as far as your body enables you to, so this will test your range of movement as well. But what I want you to do, I don't want you to bring the bar forward, okay? So I just want you to concentrate on keeping it above your head as much as possible, okay? I'll get you to hold the bar, and I'll tell you a couple more things that I'm looking for. So we're also just making sure that your spine's nice and neutral, so there's no curvature, so we're just checking that. And again, we're making sure your knees are aligned with your toes and not coming too far over your toes, so you're not tipping forward, okay? Do you think you're okay to try that? Yeah. So I might get you to do it a couple of times. So coming forward, okay, putting the bar above our head. Okay, perfect. Now just squatting back to what's comfortable for you. Perfect, so you've got a nice range of motion there. Coming back up. Perfect. Now let's try to keep that bar just above our head, nice and neutral. Perfect. I'm going to give you one more go. So our aim is to keep the bar next to our ears, okay? So in line with our ears, okay? Okay, let's go. So your elbow. Perfect. That looks awesome, Jody. How are you feeling? Is that an easy movement for you?
Yeah.
I see no problems with your range of motion. Your feet are in neutral angle. Your spine's in neutral angle. You can put the bar down now. And everything's looking really well, okay? So we're going to do our next one. So our next one is our push-up, okay? So I might get a towel for you. Okay, Jody, so the next exercise and our final exercise we're going to be doing to assessing this is the stability push-up, okay? So it's just a normal push-up, how you'd normally do it, but what I'm looking for is to see if you can maintain a neutral spine with a neutral neck. Remember to bracing our core as well. But yeah, what we want you to do is we want to make sure that everything's neutral on the down. Just making sure your shoulders aren't too rounded and stuff like that. So I'm going to be paying close attention to your neck. And then I'll give you some other cues on what I'm looking for after, okay? So we're going to come down. You can do this one on your knees. But what we're going to do is we're going to have our hands just under our shoulders. So wherever feels comfortable, but I just put them just outside our shoulders. We're going to be sticking our chest out. We're going to be lowering down, keeping a neutral spine and a neutral neck and pushing back up, okay? So do you want to try that? What I'm also looking at before you go down is to make sure that your shoulders are nice and neutral as well, and your scapula, which are these two, aren't elevating when you go down. So what I'm going to do is get you to tilt your pelvis just up a little bit, and I'm going to get you to lower down and lower back up. Come back up, sorry. Perfect. Keeping your neck nice and neutral. Perfect. Everything looks awesome, Jody. One more. Okay, you can come back up now. So yeah, I don't see any movement, nothing wrong with your movement there. Everything's good. Nothing to be concerned about. You kept your neck, your shoulders, your spine nice and neutral. Nothing was winging or elevating, which is good. So I think you're all good to start a program with me.
Yep.
Okay, Jody, so we're going to do our last dynamic postural assessment, and that's going to be, it's supposed to be a seated row, but we can do it with the dumbbells and do a bent over row, okay? But what I'm looking for is making sure you have a nice flat back, you're keeping your head nice and neutral, you're engaging your core, and I'm looking for no winging of the scapula, no rounded back, no rounded shoulders, anything like that, okay? But if you can just remember, we're going to keep our legs slightly bent, we're going to be bending over, we're going to be grabbing the dumbbells in either of our hands, bending slightly forward,
Sticking our bottom out, keeping our back nice and straight, our core on nice and tight, and our head nice and neutral with our spine. And what we're going to be doing is just slowly bringing the dumbbells up, squeezing our back like that, okay? So we're going to be doing a bent over row. Perfect. We're going to keep our head nice and straight, nice and neutral, looking in front of you. Perfect. So I'm looking for any elevation of the scapula, any winging. I don't see any lordosis, so your spine looks great. Your pelvis is nice and neutral. You're not tipping forward too much. Perfect, Jodie. You can stop that. Everything looks great.